Grand Rising, before I jump out of this tomb that I'm in right now, because that's what exactly this is, a fucking tomb, I just want to hit you with a piece of reality. And it's just my thoughts. And I try to think as a realist, removing all the other bullcrap that his story has put in place or somebody else's concepts or somebody else's version. Okay? I try to tap into the original nature of things. So when I'm really studying the concept of Jesus, right? When I'm really going in depth and I'm asking these questions, it's leading me to the tribes in Africa and the tribes in Amazon and the tribes in Brazil, stuff like that. And one thing about these tribes is none of them never heard of Jesus or none of them never read a book. Okay? They don't know what the basic instructions before leaving Earth is. They don't know what Bible is. You heard? So you have in all three of these tribes that I mentioned, you have elderlies that's about 120, 130 years old. I think the oldest was 142 years old, and healthy, upright, walking upright, and raising a whole village, and everything is structured. It's been happening for 100, 200 years with these tribes, and they've been the same way, living in nature and surviving. And but you step outside the tribe and you step into the concept of the average being in the city or whatever like that, right? We have not forced, but we are pushed into religion, okay? And to me, you always know, I know religion means relying on something other than yourself. Okay, so anyway, when you break down the concept of Jesus, right? You go back into Egypt, because that's where all this came from. That's where the whole Bible basically stole its information from Egypt. In the beginning, it was dark and light, right? The dark was Seth, the light was Ra, right? That was the first name they gave to the dark and the light, Seth and Ra, right? Um, they took Seth and Ra and moved it over to Satan and Jesus, right? Now, this is where I'm gonna break it down. Jesus meaning the dark. I mean, Satan meaning the dark, Jesus meaning the light. Why is every picture, because they got to tell you the truth in every lie. Why in every picture of Jesus there's the sun over his head? Right? There's the sun. What his name is? The Son. His name is the Son. Jesus the Son. The sun over his head. When we finish praying, at the end of our prayer, we give our prayer to who? Amen Ra. Amen. Amen Ra was the sun god. What day do you go to church on? Sunday. Have they tricked you into still worshiping the sun and not Yahweh, Yahuwah? And the reason why I say Yahuwah is because you can look at my face and you can see the Y, you can see the A, and you can see the H. You can see the Y, you can see the A, and you can see the H in my face. The Most High doesn't hide himself. It's right in front of you. Look at the trees, look at the grass, look at everything. Everything has the Y in it. Okay, but now you're forced to step up out of yourself and step up out of nature to find the Most High. And when you're forced to do that, you're running into confusion because Satan deal with confusion, right? When the natural order of things is right in front of you, nature. It's just that when they say you're born into sin, this is what they mean, and that's what I feel. When you're born into a hospital, you're born into sin because you're born into four walls, which is a square, which blocks out energy. This is the reason why they worship the square all the time. The squares everywhere, the squares. It blocks out natural energy. And you have a fake sun in front of you when you're born, the hospital light. You're born from the darkness into the fake light. And then your whole life after that, you have to follow rules to learn how to take orders from people other than yourself. And now you're 65 years old, you retire, you don't even know who the hell you are, you don't even know what you've done in life, but one thing you know is you don't know yourself. When you tap into nature, and this is the reason why I say a lot of you guys have allergies, is because our parents forced us to get these shots when we was young And now we have allergies. There's no way in hell you're supposed to be allergic to nature, which is natural. You get where I'm coming from? So all I'm saying is the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, Jesus and Satan, all that is, to me, is energy. It's the energy that you choose to deal with, whether it's good energy or bad energy. The good energy is already in, and the bad is already installed in you. It's already installed in you. You have the ability to do both. But the one you do more is going to be your outcome in your life. You know, the one that takes control of you will be the outcome. Now, with good energy, it comes good karma. It becomes good prospects. It becomes planting good seeds. It becomes good foundation. It becomes a blissful sense of heaven. Everything is good. Everything is grand. Everything is great. But when you do wicked, it becomes dark. It becomes bad. It becomes you're stuck. You're like in a dark hole. It's all energy. That's why they say when you're doing bad, you're in a dark place. It's all energy that they change into names. And you're giving your energy to a sun god. It's the reason why you say Amen after every prayer. And you go to church on Sunday in a square building that blocks out natural, good, spiritual, abundant energy. Then you go back into your house, which is a square foundation that blocks out natural energy. It's the reason why you're supposed to open up all the windows in your house on a beautiful day and let everything drift out, push it out sometimes. All the negativity, you push it out your house. Back in the days, we had chimneys that was it was framed with, I forget the material, where actually would release negative energies and bring them back in. You know, chimneys was never meant to use for fire. The way the chimneys was built back then, it already kept your house warm and it kept your house cool in the summertime. It kept your house warm in the wintertime. And it released negative energy out your house at any given moment. You see? As well as bells. That's why you don't hear church bells and all these bells no more. Bells are natural frequencies. I think 752 hertz. Or I might be wrong, but I think around there. And it heals you. You know? So when you tap into the basic instructions before leaving Earth, the Bible, whose instructions are there? Whose version is that? What happened to your version? You don't have a say-so in this lifetime, and who you are, and who you're supposed to believe in, and who you're supposed to go run with? You don't have a say-so? It's just pushed on you from the jump? That's all I'm saying. I think we're all born with the code of right and wrong in us. We're all born with the code of the Most High in us. We know right from wrong. At the time that our minds are developed at a proper stage, we know right from wrong. We know not to kill. We know not to steal. We know not to hurt our neighbor. Some of us do, some of us don't. But that's just the balance of life. There has to be a dark side for the light side to exist. There has to be a light for the dark to exist. It's the reason why they say, without Joker, there's no Batman. Without Batman, there's no Joker. They tell you right in your face that both balances have to exist within one. It's just who you choose to coincide with. All right? I hope I ain't getting too deep for you guys, man. Just don't listen to me, man. Do your own homework, all right? Make sure your next move is your best move. Let me get out this tune. Easy.